When people did not have clocks, they used candle clocks. Candles that would burn for a set amount of hours. If you needed an alarm, you would push a nail at the desired time length in the candle, and once it melted to the point, the nail would fall and hit the metal holder, alerting you. I like that the candle pictured has 4 nails in it. Ye old snooze button. M failed a student for their midterm grade, and they just sent me an email that just says bruh, deadass. He said, bruh, respectfully. Can we appreciate the respectfully though? Imagine if you were a Christian medieval person from a small village, and you had a feud with your neighbor. How annoying would it be to see them in church every Sunday? Not only are you obliged to be in the same space with them every week, but you have to watch them receive the sacrament and have their sins forgiven, even though you know damn well they don't deserve it. And on top of that you get the priest preaching, love thy neighbor from the pulpit. I think the not. I'll not love an unneighborly misbegotten churl such as he. Preach though thou might. Father, I think I just got possessed by the ghost of man who's still really upset about his neighbor's pigs eating his cabbages. There is something very special about driving around at 3 to 4 am. Like, am I up ridiculously late? Am I up ridiculously early? The world may never know. Seize other car. And what the f are you doing up? Me driving around at 3:30 am. Teehee. What goblin mischief could I be up to? The world will never know. Me seeing another car. Demon. Demon. Link must be downright terrifying for normal people in Hyrule to encounter. He's like a fucking heroic cryptid. Just imagine it. Your village/region/kingdom is under attack by some monster or another, and out of the trees this slender little twunk appears and immediately starts acting like he's gonna help. And you're skeptical of course cause look at him. And then you find out that he's basically a one-man army who just fkin wrecks the dragon/god/monster/etc terrorizing your place before he breaks all of the pots in town and disappears again. Which must be wild. Your village has a statue of Link that's built between his reincarnations, and people put clay pots around it as offerings and thanks. One day some fking kid shows up, breaks all your worship pots, and runs off without anything more than a yar. As they jump off a cliff into the forest below, you're confused as f**k, but your great grandmother is weeping like she just saw a god. It's like if you met Jesus, and he was a gremlin. Americans want drug tests for cops. Cops say it's unconstitutional. If you have nothing to hide then you have nothing to fear. Of all the people we should be drug testing, it should be the people who have lethal stashes of drugs at their workplace. Drug test them, because we have to make them work under surveillance because we fking have to. If cops are gonna continue to exist they should at least be held to some of the same standards as a gas station employee in suburban South Carolina. Will the course be hard? Don't know. Will the tests be hard? Don't know. But the paper will TX more than soft. It's been a week, and we still don't have a syllabus, and I'm not entirely convinced my science prof has any clue what's going on. Feed a person vampire blood, you get a ghoul. Feed an animal vampire blood, you get a hellhound. Water a plant in vampire blood, you get a mandrake. Fill up your car with vampire blood. Probably good things. Let's try it. Coming this Halloween from Sci-Fi. Vampire. Fulbright. How to become a goddamn magician. 1. Own a tablet pen. 2. Put it down for 10 seconds. 3. Abracadabra, where the f did it going? I work at a coffee shop and have gotten all my co-workers to start calling lads hot milker boys. I also got everyone to refer to the salted caramel blended drink as the Big Salty, and I consider it one of my greatest accomplishments. Oh yeah, and anytime someone orders a hazelnut latte with almond milk, which specifically is a weirdly popular drink, I say one hot nut latte coming right up. My coworkers have not latched onto this one, like they did with the others for some reason. I forgot to mention I also pronounce hot chocolate like hot cocklet, because I'm awful. Please give us updates. Our largest drink size is affectionately referred to as Texas size, so sometimes when I hand it out in the drive-thru I like to say, here's that Texas size for yap yeah. and some people look at me as though I have just made their entire day, while others look like they could not possibly get away from me soon enough. Both reactions are equally satisfying. I made this into a game, except when I hand out the Texas-sized drinks I say, "Can I get a yeah?" And the guests always look mortified, but occasionally one of them will let out a terrified yeehaw and all my coworkers cheer, and then we keep a running tally of how many yeehaws we each get on the back of a pastry bag. Original poster will not die of natural causes. That's the most interesting comment anyone has ever left on one of my posts. Me breaks down crying in the privacy of my own home. My brain, you're f***ing your emotions for attention. You're just doing this because you think it makes for a cool personal narrative. You call me out like this, crying in the comfort of my own home. I was talking with my brothers yesterday, and we decided the best way to own a guy who takes off his shirt to fight you is to pick his shirt up and put it on. That might be one of the ultimate power moves. Or pick it up and say, lift your arms up, and try to put it back on him. The pitch of someone's voice is not an indicator of their gender. Goodbye. Yeah, it is, dummy. Everyone knows there's only 4 genders: alto, tenor, soprano, and bass. Please stop baritone erasure. #Misosperanosmater. A cute snail eating a strawberry. You just take your time there, hi buddy. Anyone else first think that this freaking snail unhinged its hugest jaw? Oh my god. Most stories about supernatural entities working with humans portray the supernatural entity as either a stuffy hole with a superiority complex, or a clumsy idiot whose lack of familiarity with human culture and utilities is played for laughs, or a combination of the two. But what really want to see for once is a simple buddy/family comedy dynamic. That's all. Angel, wait, so you only have 2 eyes, and you use just those 2 to see all 11 dimensions, and list of colors that don't exist in the human language? That must be so exhausting. I'm impressed. Human. Oh, no, can't see any of those things. Just objects within the visible light spectrum, and I'm short-sighted, so even that depends on how far they are away from me. Angel, nodding sympathetically. My cousin Raziel is color blind too. Human. Everyone has tried to sing all the parts of Bohemian Rhapsody on their own at the same time at least once in their life. Eldritch monster. What? Like it's hard? Unhinges all 7 of their jaws to perform a pitch perfect rendition of Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, including the instrumentals. Human. Softly, holy sh. The copy has eyebrows. Your response to a beautiful piece of artwork done by Leonardo da Vinci himself is "Sh's got eyebrows." Alright. All intelligent life has been lost. Yo snooty McSnotween. The Mona Lisa's vanished eyebrows have been the subject of debate and analysis in the art expert community for hundreds of years, long before your parents squirted water at each other from across the clown car and then honked their bicycle horns to indicate they really wanted to make a smug, insufferable little clown baby together. Full V. MTV. I have been thinking about this all day. Who knew that the most taxing part of being an adult is trying to figure out what the f to have for dinner every goddamn night until you die? I feel this in my soul. Every fucking week, when it's time to go grocery shopping, my wife and I are like, what should we cook this week? And immediately forget every food we have ever enjoyed. I murdered a rich guy in Red Dead Redemption 2 who slapped his expensive horse across the face after he lost to me in a race. His horse is now my main horse, and she gets all the pats and sugar cubes in the world. I'm feeling good about my cowboy life choices. Do you think Jesus ever got many carpenter requests after he started preaching? Like, did anyone ever go up to him and be like, my Lord, and the disciples are all, the master won't do any more miracles today. But obviously Jesus is like, yes, my child, and they just ask what his basic rate is to fix their door. No one talks enough about the fact that Jesus had a day job. He repaired the relationship between humanity and God. He also repaired the table in his friend Mary's house cause it wobbled too much. Jesus, how can I help you, my child? So the chair I got from you and your dad is great, but I tripped over it and it broke. I was hoping you could fix it. Go home and be at peace. Your chair is fixed. Lord, did you really just use a miracle to fix his chair? Luke, my son, it was still under warranty. See, now this act of God I can actually get behind. When I die, make sure to bury me with a milk bone, so that I can give Cerberus a treat when I show up in the underworld. Peas. 3 milk bones. Stupid vampire idea. They don't really live in Transylvania, they live in Ireland and Scotland. No sunlight. Plenty of dishes with blood in the mother norm. Everyone is pale, so no one will suspect you're actually dead. My proof. Was standing next to a goth at the traffic lights and they opened up their umbrella and a honestly shat Massel thought they was turning into a bat. You, hey, me, turns around and accidentally hits you with my comically long Plague Doctor mask. What? Every time the camera turns to me, my Plague Doctor mask has gotten longer. If you don't know the difference between a hare and a rabbit, you've never gazed into the cold wild eyes of a hare and known that if it could speak it would speak backwards. Better together. Our limited edition Valentine's Day goodies and gifts are even better when you've got someone to share them with. Find them online and in shops now. I'm so appalled and offended that I do not have a tub big enough to fit even me. The salty tears of jealousy do not suffice my body's need for scented hydration. My favorite thing from the internet today. This gem needs to be documented too. This entire photo sends a bad message to our kids. They're going to grow up thinking 2 fully grown people can fit side by side in a bath, and we all know that's bollocks. Last week, we posted a photo that created quite the stir. Let us set the record straight. Big tubs, they do exist. Hash, bath goals. Hash, lovey slav. Where are they? Psychic. Reads my mind. My mind. Beha baba, ha baba dagaba. Psychic. What the f? Honey, I'm going to the supermarket. What for? We're all out of yellow. People say that whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but nobody ever mentions that it could also make you more bitter, apathetic and detached from the rest of society. 8 shower thoughts. The Cal outpost. Stop now. This cretin has been dropping sticks down our chimney for weeks and today he finally accidentally dropped himself. This is the face of someone who knows they've been had. The blue eyes mark this crow as young, not a full adult. You've been pranked by a teen hooligan. You've been pranked by. You've been sticked by a teen hooligan. There's this church sign I pass every day that says, hurt people hurt people. And no, it's supposed to mean like, people who are hurt people. But it sounds like a command. So we've tried explaining vaccines using science and that scared people. But what if, instead, we told them that vaccines actually contain magic rocks or healing energy? We left this rabies vaccine in the light of a full moon to cleanse it, so it's safe. Everyone knows about the link between rabies and full moons. Vaccination is an ancient practice going back at least hundreds of years that draws on your body's natural healing abilities to let you fight disease naturally.